Hey everyone, it's Jess and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I've got a quick and easy recipe for you. It's going to be cucumber kimchi. This is a very refreshing recipe that makes me think of summertime and K-barbecue, and it was inspired by my last trip to the food bank where I had 3 cucumbers given to me, and these cucumbers don't really look the best, so I'm not gonna just eat them or pickle them, and I just wanted to use these up in a way that's gonna preserve them for longer and make them super delicious. And without further ado, let's take it to the cutting board and get this started. Okay, for this recipe, you're going to need first and foremost cucumbers. These are just regular old American cucumbers, and I have 3 of them. You can expand this recipe to make as much cucumbers as you want. Ideally, you'd use something like Persian cucumbers or like, I guess, Kirby pickling cucumbers or those English hothouse cucumbers. This is just all I have, and we're gonna peel it because this type of cucumber is known to have a pretty tough kind of bitter skin, as well as we're going to be pre-salting them to remove some of the moisture. Some of the other ingredients is we're going to have an onion to chop up. We have some fresh organic ginger I got from Costco, and this is 1 little lunchbox apple. You can use a Korean pear to be more traditional, or you can just use any old pear. Fuji apples are also good. You could also use apple juice or apple sauce if you don't have this. But I just have this random mystery apple that is gonna be good. We have some Korean red pepper paste. This is called gochujang, and it is super delicious. If you have access to this, I would strongly recommend picking it up because it just has like a really good flavor where it has a lot of like a fruity peppery, like the fruitiness of a fresh pepper without all the spice. But when I used to live in Southern California, I just used the red pepper flakes like from pizza packets, and that also worked. I'm just saying that if you have this, get this because it's gonna change your life and you're gonna love it. I'm also gonna need some garlic. So this is pre-minced garlic. This is not ideal. I would have preferred to use fresh, but this is more economical for me, especially because I don't have a lot of space to store it, and it's also very convenient. So this will do. I wouldn't use garlic powder though, so either use like pre-minced, frozen, or fresh, okay? This is funny. So this is actually fish sauce, which is made of fermented anchovies. You could also use like shrimp paste, but shrimp paste is a lot harder to find, as well as a lot of people have a shellfish allergy. What's funny is I actually ran out of fish sauce, and this used to like have a margarita like from takeout. So I got like a margarita takeout from like a Mexican restaurant like last year, and I just kept the bottle because this is a nice bottle. And my coworker said that she had fish sauce in her pantry, and she was nice enough to like fill this guy up for me. Lastly, we're gonna need some salt. I just like to use kosher salt because it's the most versatile, but for any sort of like fermentation or pickling project, you absolutely don't want to use iodized salt. So pretty much any salt is fine. You just want to be careful if you're using sea salt. Yeah, pretty much sea salt or pickling salt, because it's going to be really salty. But in this case, it's going to be okay because we're going to pre-salt the cucumbers and rinse them off. Just make sure you're not using iodized table salt because that can inhibit the fermentation as well as discolor the final product. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is peel these cucumbers because they don't look very good. If you had better looking cucumbers, you could do a stripey peel, or you just do it like not the entire thing for some textural variance. But we're gonna go ahead and peel all of these cucumbers and then slice them into little rounds. We're going to put them in this little strainer basket to pre-salt to get some of the moisture out and get them nice and salty and yummy before we get them good to go. So I'm gonna slice them pretty thin. It smells so good. Like, I think cucumbers are one of the most refreshing smells. Like if you've had that spa water, I don't know, like I've had this at a spa, as well as like people just call it spa water, where it's usually like cucumber and mint in just a pitcher of ice water, and it just smells really good and it's really refreshing. I really like pickles, but like plain sandwich pickles or kosher dills, I have enough of those. So we're gonna have a little fun. This cucumber kimchi. When I was a kid, I didn't particularly like cucumbers. I thought they had like a soapy smell and taste, which I think that's because my parents bought cucumber melon like hand soap, which is also a really good combination for like a summer salad. When I became an adult, I started liking cucumbers because they just have a really good crispy texture to add to stuff, and they taste pretty good. So I went from being a cucumber hater to a cucumber lover. Let me know in the comments if you love or hate cucumbers, or if there's another food that you grew to love as you got older. What's funny is I actually do not like just eating plain cucumbers. Like, I can't eat just a plain stick of cucumber, like with hummus or like ranch dressing or something. And I've always loved pickles, even when I was a kid and I was a cucumber hater. Okay, over at the sink, I have my sliced cucumbers in this colander, and I'm just gonna pour some of this kosher salt. You wanna salt it quite heavily, because this is our first level of seasoning on the cucumbers. And I'm not measuring this because we're actually gonna give these a rinse. And that's what's really gonna make sure these don't get too salty, because we're gonna draw out some of the extra moisture, and then we're going to give them a taste and rinse off any excess salt. So we're just gonna let these guys chill out in the sink for about 30 minutes, and then we're gonna give them a squeezy squeeze and mix them with the chili pepper paste. Okay, so we're gonna make our red pepper paste in my little blender cup. This is quick and easy, and you could honestly use this for fermenting pretty much any vegetable. My recipe is fairly traditional, I guess, but I've seen a lot of recipes use like a rice flour slurry, but I totally just use like the vegetable fruit route. So I'm gonna try to reduce my amount of dishes by using just 1 spoon and going with the dry ingredients first. So first, I'm gonna take my red pepper powder, my gochujang, and I'm gonna put 6 little spoonfuls in my cup. We're gonna go 1, oh, it smells so good. Okay, next I'm gonna go with my minced garlic, 2 big spoons of garlic. I'm gonna use 1 piece of ginger. You could peel it, but I don't really see a reason to because I'm gonna blend it. I'm just gonna give it a quick slice. It'll give the blender a head start. And I'm gonna use this tiny little apple. Like, you could use like a whole apple if you're making a lot of kimchi, or like half an apple for this, but this is a small apple, I'm just gonna use it. I'm not gonna bother peeling it. Yeah, so in lieu of like the apple juice, applesauce situation, I've seen people use like rice or rice flour, but I also think this is good because it doesn't need sugar if you add fruit. You can also, I don't know, I've seen people use like kiwis and stuff, but for like other Korean recipes. But also with apple because they're really cheap. And then I'm gonna add 3 spoons of fish sauce. Okay, cool. All right, our paste. Normally I would blend an onion in. I wanted to slice the onion because I've seen a lot of recipes for cucumber kimchi or kimchi salad with just raw onion chopped up in it. And I think that'd be nice for textural variants to make it look better than just a bunch of cucumber. Okay, so this cucumber has been salting for about a little over half an hour, and you can see how much moisture come out of it. Like, you don't really have to squeeze it. I'm just like doing it for an example. I'm gonna rinse off the extra salt, but I'm gonna give it a quick taste, like this little piece. That's pretty salty. I'm gonna just give it a quick. I almost forgot the onion I was just talking about, so I'm gonna slice it this way. Let's start with half an onion and see how it goes. I really wish I had green onion for like chives, but I unfortunately do not. So let's do half, and then I'm gonna slice it really finely, and I think this half is gonna be enough because the cucumber reduced quite a bit when it was salting. Cucumber, pepper paste, onion. Really wish we had some green onion. Some people like to put carrots in here for some extra crunch. Not really feeling that today. Use my 2 small spoon, mixy mix. This is a nice alternative to your standard pickle. I've seen people make like cucumber salads, but they're always like really creamy, and I'm not really about, you know, sometimes you want something a little healthier, and everyone knows that fermented vegetables are very healthy. So I'm gonna pack this into a jar, and I like to use glass because kimchi is very stinky, and this is also bright red like the pepper paste, so that might be an issue if you want to ever use that Tupperware for like non-spicy, non-salty, funky things. So yeah, I'm just gonna throw that out there, that unless you have like a kimchi exclusive Tupperware, you might want to use glass. I would not recommend using stainless steel because I've heard that stainless steel like is naturally antibacterial, and that may interfere with the fermentation. Like, just call me superstitious or something. But also, like, you might as well just use all the jars. Like, this one came with some food bank pasta sauce. All right, here I have my jar of cucumber kimchi. It really was that easy. Just a couple ingredients that are not too hard to find. You should be able to find everything in a normal grocery store, just like a supermarket or a Walmart, even if you don't have access to an Asian grocery store. So this is a lot more approachable to like than Napa cabbage or those sort of like Asian vegetables. And I'm just gonna give it a little taste. I strongly recommend trying this if you have a lot of cucumbers, especially if you grow cucumbers, because during the summer, if you've grown cucumbers, you know. You're gonna have so many cucumbers that they're all gonna go bad if you don't pickle them or do something with them. This is not gonna last as long as like a canned or a vinegar brine pickle, so you're gonna wanna make sure you eat this within about 2 weeks, but honestly, it's so yummy that I think you're gonna run out and you're gonna wanna make more. So let me know if you enjoyed this video, if you're gonna try this, if you like fermented foods, home fermented foods, and if you want more videos like this one, leave me a comment, like, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you, and let's keep on cooking.